doing this, but I just thought right now, this isn't very good, is it? I just started picking up my cards that I dropped on the floor when I was doing the channeled message because I hadn't cleansed out that energy yet. So okay, so what I am doing today is I am going to be getting a channeled message to see exactly what is going to be coming up in the Scorpio period for you. I just came up with that off the top of my head in case you couldn't tell. I think you could probably tell. Anyway, let's get into it. So, and that's where I found my scorpion. So, for those of you that don't know, we are now heading into Scorpio period. So, the Scorpio period is all about inner strength. This period is all about being able to stand up for yourself. This period is all about being able to wait for when the time is right and making moves when the time is right. This area is all about having a hard outer protective shell to protect your inner warm, soft center so that we don't get used and taken advantage of. It's all about setting healthy boundaries. It's all about our own sensuality and our own sexuality and learning more about ourselves. And it's all about learning not to sting until we have learned exactly the full circumstances of the situation. So I'm going to be getting a few tarot cards to be seeing, this is just going to be a general overview of what is going on in your life currently and what will be going on throughout the Scorpio period. Then I'm going to be going into this energy a lot deeper in a couple of days' time. I just thought, I just was looking on the floor and I remembered as we've just entered the Scorpio season, depending on when you're watching this, most likely we have just entered the Scorpio season, and I thought I would get some messages from the divine to see exactly what is going on with the collective energy right now. So with that being said, let's actually start this reading. Let's stop flapping our gums. Okay. So this is going to be a very enlightening period. At the moment you are going through a time that you feel like it has been prophesized about. You feel like things are just too coincidental at the moment. You feel like there's no way that this is just a rumor, that you heard that these things were going to happen and they started to happen. It's just too sus. This is definitely the time period that you have been thinking that it is. So for those of you that have been wondering if it is the age of Aquarius, this is just a confirmation from Spirit that whatever you think it is, it is. So at the moment you've been struggling, you've been fighting for a lot of things that have been falling away from you, and you've still been pretty determined to hold on to them, but you're now starting to realize that maybe you need to let this energy go for a little while so that you can focus on yourself. And when the time's right, this thing will actually come back into your life. You don't need to worry and push things to be. What will be, will be. So that is a very powerful message, and whoever needed to hear that, I hope that helped you. Yeah, so you need to stop putting your energy at the moment towards things that are falling apart, things that are seemingly not working. You need to focus on yourself and the collective at the moment. So say if you are a tarot reader, or if you are even a shop worker, or if you are an NHS worker or anything, then At the moment, you are being called to make sure that you are focusing on yourself, because you're not going to be able to help other people unless you are first helping yourself. It's like the analogy with the mask, or it's like the analogy, I say that one a lot, so I'm not going to say that again, but it's like the saying, you can't truly love someone until you love yourself first, because you can't understand what it takes for someone else to feel loved until you understand what it takes for yourself to feel loved. So it's really important that you find yourself before you try and find out exactly what is going on within this dynamic that is going down. Because when you go into that situation, you are going to leave yourself very raw, very open, and very vulnerable. So the more you know about yourself, and the more that you know about your own feelings, the more you're going to be able to judge other people critically. So you're going to be able to work out what other people's intentions are before they tell you them, before they show you them, just based on the look in their eyes, just based on their subtle body language, just by like the subtle smiles that are on their face as they're talking, or the kind of like cheeky look on their face, or the sadness that is behind their smiles. Sorry, I just saw my twin flame's eyes the last time I saw him, and I know that this is your guys' energy reading, but I do send you healing if you're watching this, and I do hope that you find the divine, because I know that you're going through a lot at the moment. So anyway, I'm just going to eat a strawberry because I feel like I need to have a little break for a second. So I need to let my throat rest, and I need to just have a break, and I'm a little hungry because I was supposed to be eating my dinner right now, and I'm not, because I felt this energy coming in, and sometimes you just have to work with energy when it comes in, and I'm not underweight or anything, and I'm not like not eating, so don't worry about that, because I feel like you guys aren't worried about me anyway. You guys are worried about you. But I just feel like, yeah, please don't judge me. I have found, the reason why I said I'm not underweight is because I found that I've been accused and asked about having an eating disorder since I have been vegan and since I've been a life coach, because a lot of people who don't, I don't know how to say this in the right way, but when people are not putting energy into themselves, when you're putting energy into yourself and you're glowing up and you're thriving because of it, other people can often get a little bit jealous and a little bit, basically, because they're not able to put that energy in themselves at this current time. They look at you and they think, how come my collective is able to put that energy into themselves? It must be because of drugs, or it must be because of alcohol, or it must be because of cigarettes, or it must be because they binge watch the telly, or it must be because they have a sugar addiction, or it must be because they have a caffeine addiction, or it must be because they're addicted to makeup, or it must be because they're addicted to sex, or they're addicted to porn, or it must be all of these things. But the reason why they are seeing these things, or it must be because they have an eating disorder, whatever it is, the reason why other people are accusing you of these things is because they either have these things themselves, or they are unable to see someone being as successful as you are without taking like an advancement in life. So I feel like some of you really needed to hear that today, but just take it how it resonates. Sorry about that, rude. I hate eating in front of people. That's why I was like being so apologetic, because I know it sounds disgusting, but yeah, anyway. So now let's find out what is actually coming through for you for the Scorpio period. I think we found out enough what's going on for you at the moment. You've been through a lot. You've had a lot taken from you and you're feeling quite snaked. So let's find out what's actually coming for you throughout this time. Some of my cards are reversed in there. So I was just... I wanted to show you that I'm actually shuffling them, by the way. I'm not just clapping them together, because it sounds a little bit like I'm just clapping them together. Okay, I won't take those ones because they fell on the floor. I don't take cards that fall on the floor. And I'm only reading uprights at the moment, no reversals. Come on, Spirit, what's going to happen for my collective and Scorpio period? Here we go. We've had some answers. Oh, okay, so this, I did see this. This is one of the cards that was back to front in my deck. It's the Strength card coming out. I said I wasn't going to take reversals. Thanks, Spirit. I hear you. You got my back, right? Anyway, so it was coming out reversed in the deck, so I might take a reversal. You need to be careful at the moment. Basically, I'm getting the feeling that you may be a fire sign, particularly maybe Gemini, or that's not a fire sign. I'm getting the feeling that you may be a fire sign, particularly maybe Gemini, particularly maybe Aries. Guys, but you also may be a Gemini. Gemini really strongly coming through. Geminis, slow the heck down, guys. I'm trying to talk about Aries first. I can't even remember what I was going to say because you guys have... So this is most likely for a Gemini. And you may be having some problems at the moment with a Scorpio, because the reason why I'm feeling that this is a Gemini coming through, it's not actually because of tarot, even though Leo is also coming through. But the reason why I'm thinking it is Gemini, because I'm seeing that you're going to have a slightly more challenging than usual experience, because you may be a star sign that isn't compatible with Scorpio. So that's why Aries and Gemini, particularly Gemini, is coming out, because Geminis and Scorpios are literally like chalk and cheese almost, but they always end up in a relationship together, and I don't know why that is, but they're like some of the least compatible. I know it's, I shouldn't be laughing, but they're only actually attracted to each other for sensual reasons, because Scorpios are the most sensual of the zodiac signs. Other than Taurus, it's a bit of a discrepancy between who is actually more attractive, Taurus, Geminis, or Libras, because they all put their energy into looking good. However, Libras have a more conservative look. Taurus have a beautiful Venus kind of look. And then you've got Virgos are also very beautiful as well, to be fair, but they don't realise they're beautiful and they don't focus on their own beauty. And then you've got Scorpio, who are the sexual signs, who are very sensual, who are very sexually beautiful, who are very hot, so to speak. So, yeah, I feel like... So anyway, the reason why Geminis and Scorpios are often attracted to each other is because of the sexualized side of the Scorpios. It attracts the Geminis, however, it cannot keep the Geminis, because the Gemini person doesn't really want to invest that much in emotions, and the Scorpio person wants to invest emotionally. Now, the Gemini person will find a lot of problems communicating with the Scorpio, because the Scorpio will withdraw their energy, put up their tough exterior, and they will in return. So I'm getting the feeling that you may be someone who is in a Scorpio-Gemini relationship. That's why I'm bringing this up, and that's why this may possibly be what is going wrong in your life at the moment, because you may be being called just to call this relationship to a close because you're not compatible with each other, and the more that you hold on to each other, the more that you're blocking in the divine from actually bringing in your soulmate or your twin flame. So anyway, as I was saying, the more that the Scorpio starts to withdraw and put their defenses up in the hopes that their counterpart will see them putting their defenses up and come towards them, the more the Gemini is going to get put off and think, this person is so unattractive and unappealing because they just keep moving away from me, and they really don't like it. They're just like, this person is spiteful, and they don't like the fact that when you come back in, you're still holding a lot of pain in your heart because this person was supposed to help heal the problems that they if they abused you or if they were abusive towards you, they are supposed to come in and say sorry to you, and you're supposed to set boundaries to make it so that they can't keep coming in and out of your life unless they are setting boundaries, and unless they are reciprocating your energy and saying sorry. However, because of the nature of Geminis, it can often be difficult for Scorpios to put in place those boundaries, which will mean that you're going to keep withdrawing yourself more, and every time you come back in, you're going to be feeling that resentment, that bitterness, and it's going to further drive your Gemini away. And unless you can work this out, then you're probably not going to have a very successful relationship. You have to be ascended in order to make a relationship work between a Gemini and a Scorpio, and in order to make it work, you've really got to be willing to constantly put in the effort, and it's going to take more energy and more work than a standard relationship is going to take. However, you may find that your twin flame may actually be a Gemini and you may be a Scorpio, because twin flames doesn't necessarily have to be two people with the same charts, because that's what I was finding a lot of difficulty with myself when I first, at the beginning of this year, when I first found out that a lot of twin flames have similar charts. But actually, they can have the complete opposites on their charts, because opposites attract just as much as people who are similar attract each other. In fact, it is seeing the opposites of each other's personality. It is from seeing, so say for example, if you are a very light polarity, if you see darkness within someone else, and by darkness I don't mean someone who is villainous or whatever, I mean someone who is protective, someone who stands up for themselves, someone who stands up for other people, someone who may potentially defend themselves physically. That is all that's considered quite lost it because I'm channeling, sorry, that happens a lot. I'm just going to get the next card now. As I'm new to channeling without cards, I find that basically I've been gaslit a lot. I've been not going to say that much yet. Don't want to reveal that much about myself. I'm a Taurus, so you know, us Taurus and Scorpios are really, really bad when it comes to revealing things about ourselves. We will often reveal things too soon, and then we realise that people have the power to abuse us and misuse us because we have given them that power. So yeah, make sure that you're not giving anyone away your power. Make sure that you're not indulging in things just for the sake of it. Make sure that you are staying tapped into the divine, making sure that you are not getting confused as well, making sure that you're staying enlightened, because we have had that you are enlightened, however it's coming up that you may descend if you're not careful. So you may be looking around at those around you and thinking, say for example, if you're somebody who wants to be successful, you may be looking at people who are already successful and thinking, what do they have that I don't have? There is nothing that they have that you don't have, and with time, energy and effort, you will be as successful as them. Don't start trying to copy and mimic what it is that they're doing, because the more that you try and copy and mimic what it is that they are doing, the less you're actually going to be able to is gone, sorry. There is going to be a resolution to these circumstances that are going on. So at the moment, you are being called to regain your own strength, look towards yourself, and try and find some inner clarity and some peace right now, because things will play out the way that they have always meant to be playing out. It is all working out within divine timing. However, you need to make sure that when things are not working out in your favor, or when things are not going well for you, that you're looking out for yourself and the world around you still, because if you are looking out for yourself, the more you keep putting that energy out there, the more it's going to keep coming back to you. So if you're somebody who is also trying to manifest your dream reality, you need to make sure that you are keeping your head in your dream reality. That way you will be able to pull the rest of your body up to this higher vibration. So the more you keep lowering your vibration to match the world around you, the less the world around you is going to be able to raise its vibration to meet you. So you need to just make sure that you keep focusing, keep your head going, keep your head straight, keep your chin up, don't let your crown slip, keep going. And those that are doubting you, they will naturally just fall away, and those who are supporting you will continue to support you, and you will even find that more people will start to support you and join you as you start to stand up for yourself and your own freedom. The more you free your own soul, the more you're going to have this resolution that you're looking for, and the more that things are going to start to ground and settle on planet Earth. As we go into 2022, the energies are going to be a lot more settled and neutralized. This year has just been so mad. Not quite as mad as the last year before that, but it has been pretty mad, and you're going to now start to find, as we are heading now towards 2030, things are going to start to balance themselves out and become a lot less chaotic. So with that being said, I'm going to end this reading here today. I hope it helped and I hope it resonated, and for those of you that have a birthday in this month, I am going to be doing a special reading for you guys, but I hope that I get it uploaded before your birthday, because I've also got a lot of other readings that I need to do, because I have been going through quite a dark period myself. So this means that I have needed to recall my own energies into balance, and that means that some of the business projects that I had planned on doing yesterday, I was not able to do. So I'm about a day behind, which means that, yeah, give or take a couple hours and things like that, I'm going to get back on track. But the Scorpio birthday reading isn't going to necessarily come out exactly in time. However, I'm glad that I've managed to get this Scorpio reading uploaded before we've gone too far into the Scorpio month. And I'm really making sure at the moment just to prioritize and focus my energy into myself, so that I am healthy and that I'm able to get through all this Scorpio period has to offer, really, because it's hopefully going to be a good one. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. If you want to check out my links, please do. Please feel free to do so. If you want to like, subscribe and comment, please do that, and let me know if this resonated. Let me know where it resonated and how it resonated, because I always love to see your comments, and it helps me to heal you when I see what is actually working for you. So yeah, with that being said, see you later. See you in the next reading. Bye.